Let's bow our heads and pray in silence.
让我们低头默祷。
Amen.
Amen.
In the name of Lord Jesus Christ, we start this service.
奉神圣名开始今天早上的讲经。
Please rise and sing hymn 234.
唱诗234首。
Please be seated. Let's pray in silence before we share with one another about the Bible.
请低头默祷。
Amen. In the name of Jesus Christ, we continue to study the book of Ezekiel.
奉主的圣名，我们今天再继续研读这个以西结书。
Today, we're going to look into chapter 12.
我们今天要看的是12章。
And I believe that you have read this chapter before you come to church.
我相信大家在来之前就已经读过这章了。
As we don't have much time for the Bible study, so we just make use of time to go through the teaching contained in this chapter.
因为没有时间这样子逐字逐句的念过去，所以我们要利用时间来看这一章主要告诉我们的教训。
First, we look at the first part, that's chapter 1 to 7.
看第一部分是第1到第7节。
We know that previously we have studied chapter 10 or chapter 11. we get to know that the glory of God departed from the temple, from the people.
第10到11章呢是提到这个荣耀离开圣殿。
And then chapter 12, that's once again the word of God came to the prophet Ezekiel.
所以第12章提到这个神的话再度临到以西结先知。
And we look at verse 1 and 2. And
我们来看第1到第3节。
Now the word of the Lord came to me, saying, Son of man, you dwell in the midst of rebellious house, which has eyes to see but doesn't see, an ear to hear but does not hear, for they are a rebellious house. 3. Therefore, son of man, prepare your belongings for captivities. Go into captivity by day in their sight. You shall go from your place into captivity to another place in their sight. It may be that they will consider, though they are a rebellion house.
第1节，主的话又临到我说：“人子啊，你住在悖逆的家中，他们有眼睛看不见，有耳朵听不见，因为他们是悖逆之家。”第3节，所以人子啊，你要预备掳去使用的物件，在白日，当他们眼前从你住的地方要别处去。他们虽是悖逆之家，或可以揣摩思想。
So in the eyes of God, the house of the chosen people was considered a rebellious house.
所以这些蒙召之人呢，他们的家其实被视为是个悖逆之家。
So here mentioned that the rebellious house definitions.
所以我们来想想这个悖逆之家的定义是什么呢？
It said that they have eyes to see but doesn't see.
他们是有眼睛，但是看不见。
Have an ear to hear but doesn't hear.
有耳朵听不见。
So can you imagine that if a person that's live a life that have an ear that cannot hear, have eyes that cannot see the actual things?
你可以想象一个人的生活，有眼睛看不见，有耳朵听不见真正的东西吗？
So in the worldly perspective, we look at from the human perspective, they are the disabled persons.
所以如果用世俗的眼光来看的话，我们会觉得他们是一个肢体有残障。
Though that's they're still alive, but in the eyes of God, in a human perspective, or in the eyes of the human being, they are disabled and they cannot live a long life.
他们虽然是肉体上还活着，但是在世人眼光里面，这个人是残障的，可能没有办法活得很久。
So they cannot function properly as a human.
他们没有办法来像一般人正常的生活。
It's all the more that for those as a chosen people of God.
这就像是在神眼中的这些选召之人就是这样子的。
They are the chosen people of God. They are the house of God.
他们其实是神的被蒙选召的，他们应该在神的家中。
When they were chosen, they are given the eye or spiritual eyesight to see the way or to see the God as among them.
当他们被选召的时候，他们已经被赋予了这个属灵的眼光，可以看到神。
They are given the ear, the spiritual ear, to hear the words of God.
他们被给予了这个属灵的耳朵，能够让他们能够懂神的话。
But their spirituality have been fallen to such extent that in such a way that now they cannot see God. They cannot see the word of God. They cannot hear the words of God.
但是他的灵性后来已经软弱到，他们再也看不到神，听不懂神的话，也看不到神的功。
They live a life that's in opposition to the will of God.
他们其实跟神的眼光是对立的。
They live a life that's actually without God.
他们过的生活是跟神没有关系的生活。
Otherwise, God won't call them a rebellious house.
所以神才会叫他们是悖逆之家。
Because that's their life manifestation.
因为这是他们从生活中显露出来的状况。
We know that Ezekiel is a young contemporary of Nehemiah. Ezekiel is a young contemporary of 尼希米。
Jeremiah
Jeremiah sorry。
他其实是当时
Jeremiah。
他其实是在当时就是当时时代，就像尼希米这样的时代。
他是跟尼希米同时代，但是他是这迟一点出来。Ezekiel's he prophesies mostly in the lands of Babylon.
这个以西结先知他是在这个巴比伦区来做预言。
And Jeremiah is in Jerusalem.
那这个
in Judah.
对，那耶利米先知主要是在犹大这个地方来传讲。
So you can see that we know that God did not just loosely come to a conclusion.
所以神并不是很轻易的就下了这个决定。
Because the message had been given or spoken to them again and again.
因为神已经将这样的讯息来传讲给他们很多次了。
So that's why God came to the conclusion that they were rebellious house.
所以神就下了这个结论，他们是悖逆之家。
So today, we need to look at ourselves.
所以我们要来检视我们自己。
See whether or not that in our life that we have such a rebellious action or life or thing that go against the will of God.
我们在生活中是不是有这样悖逆的行为来违背神的旨意呢
In the time of Jesus, the religious leader actually done a lot of things that seemingly is righteous in their eyes, but in the eyes of God, they are rebellious.
在这个耶稣时代呢，那些宗教上的领袖其实做了一些他们自己觉得是有益的事情，但是在神的眼中其实是不好的。
Look at John.
看约翰福音。
John chapter 9.
约翰福音第9章。
John chapter 9, and we look at from 39.
第39节。
John chapter 9 was 39.
约翰福音第9章39节。
And Jesus said, "For judgment I have come into the world, that those who do not see may see, and those who see may be made blind." 40. Then some of the Pharisees who were with him heard these words and said to him, "Are we blind also?" 41. Jesus said to them, "If you were blind, you would have no sin, but now you say, we see, therefore your sin remains."
39节，耶稣说：“我为审判在这世上来，叫不能看见的可以看见，能看见的反瞎了眼。”他在那听见这话，就说：“难道我们也瞎了眼吗？”41节，耶稣对他们说：“你们若瞎了眼，就没有罪了。但如今你们说我们能看见，所以你们的罪还在。”
So from here we can see that the real meaning of did not see or doesn't see.
所以在这边我们可以看到什么叫做他可以看见，但是其实是看不见的。
Actually, they have seen, but they did not believe.
其实是他们已经看见了，但是他们不相信。
So doesn't see meaning that it doesn't mean that physically they cannot see, but spiritually they don't believe.
所以这个瞎了眼，并不代表他们是真的看不见，只是他们代表他们不相信。
So the time that Jesus Christ came to the world, preached the gospel, or to manifest himself, I'm the Savior, I'm the one that come and save you. But the Pharisee was a group of people that raised up to go against Jesus Christ.
所以当耶稣基督在世上传讲福音，说他是这个来拯救，是这个来救世主，是来拯救大家的。但是这个法利赛人他们就来反对耶稣。
They don't believe God. They don't believe Jesus.
他们不相信耶稣。
So that's why in his eye they were right, but in the eyes of God they're not.
所以法利赛人的眼中他们自己是对的，但是在神的眼中他们就错了。
And they were condemned as a result.
他们就是因为这样子而被定罪。
And Jesus Christ said that if you claim that you have sinned or you see, therefore your sins remain.
所以耶稣跟你们说，就是你们若瞎眼就没有罪了，但是你们说我们看见，说你们罪就还在。
So today, that's if we can see the way or the work of God.
所以我们如果可以看到神的功的话，
We should have this God-fearing heart, or we should fear God in our life.
所以我们在生活中必须要敬畏神，
So manifest it in action.
必须要在我们的行为当中显露出来。
So that's how people can see we are the children of God, not the rebellion children.
所以人会看到我们是神的儿女，而不是悖逆的儿女。
But sometimes we behave like a rebellion children
但是我们有的时候，我们的行为就像悖逆的儿女一样，
because we claim that we are children of God.
因为我们声称我们是神的儿女，
We claim that we have received the gospel,
我们自称我们已经接受了这个福音，
and also that we, of course, we come to serve, we come to worship God.
而且我们也来这个敬拜神。
But in our life, in reality,
但是我们在生活当中，
we don't do His will.
但是我们没有照神的旨意来行
So
事。
that's the same thing that as the Pharisee.
这样子的话，这个行为就跟法利赛人一
The
样，
same as the people in the Old Testament.
也像是在旧约的时候的人一样。
Outwardly, they confess that they know God.
所以在外面，他们说他们认识神，
But in reality, in action, that's they deny God.
在他们的行为上是否定神的，
They don't believe God,
他们不相信神，
and they practice idol worshiping.
他们来祭拜偶像。
So today, though we don't have a kind of a physical idol,
我们可能现在没有这个实质上的偶像，
but a lot of things that can be our idol. Like if we live a life according to our own will, that itself is kind of a idol worshiping.
但是我们如果一直按照自己的这个旨意来过生活的话，那就是一种拜偶像的行为，
Because we cannot follow the will.
因为我们就没有办法跟随这个
Because
神
it's
的旨
something
意
that's like our idea or our own will stronger than God.
因为有的时候我们的想法，我们就强过于这个神的旨意。
So we come back to Ezekiel.
回到以西结书，
Ezekiel.
回到以西结书，
So here, they say that doesn't hear. What's true?
我们看到这个
That
第三
doesn't hear.
所以第三节听到他们说，他们没有听到，
So
听不见。
So in our isotopes, they have the ear, but they doesn't hear.
所以他们说有耳朵听不见。
And in the time of Jesus, Jesus actually gave us a teaching in this regard.
其实在耶稣的时代也有给我们这样的讲述。
Look at Matthew.
我们来看马太福音
Matthew chapter 12.
第12章，
Matthew chapter 12.
马太福音12章。
Matthew chapter 12, 14 to 15.
12章14到15节。
14. Sorry, I got the wrong chapter. Okay, I'll come back to that. So it mentioned that the chosen people have their hearts is not right, so they cannot see the words of God.
所以这边提到这个被神选召之人呢，因为他的心术不正，所以没有办法看到这个神的，没有办法听懂神的话。
Okay, we look at 2 Corinthians.
我们来看哥林多后书
Chapter 4.
第4章。
Chapter 4, 3 and 4.
第4章3到4节。
2 Corinthians chapter 4, 3 and 4.
哥林多后书第4章3到4节。
For even our gospel is well. It is well to those who are perishing, for whose minds of God this age has blinded, who do not believe, lest the light of the gospel of glory of Christ, who is the image of God, should shine on them. So here mentioned that why the people cannot believe God.
所以这边第3、第4节是提到为什么这个世人不相信神呢？
Why did that they cannot see the work of God?
他们为什么看不见这个神的功呢？
Because here mentioned that their mind and the gods of this age have blinded
因为这个他们的心眼是瞎的，
by this the gods of this age.
因为他们被这个世界的神弄瞎了心眼，
So they cannot see, as a result, they cannot believe.
所以他们虽然看得到，但是他们不相信。
So cannot believe in a way that they do things contrary to the will of God.
因为他们不相信，所以他们做的事情是跟神的旨意相反的。
So today that we should always examine ourselves.
所以我们今天要常常来审查我们自己，
Am I live a life which really is rebel against God?
我们是不是过了这个背逆神的这个日子呢？
Do we truly just see the glory or the work of God in our life?
我们真的是有看到这个神的荣光跟神的功吗？
Come back to Ezekiel.
回到以西结书，
And 3. Therefore, Son of Man, prepare belonging for captivity. Go into captivity by day in their sight. You shall go from your place into captivity to another place in their sight. It may be that they will consider, though they are rebellious house. So here, that's God make it clear why He asked Ezekiel to demonstrate Judah's captivity.
所以神在这里就解释了为什么他要以西结先知来演示这个被掳的状况。
And it's our good heart and good intention.
这是一个善意的，
God doesn't want them to die in sin.
因为神不想让他们在最终死了，
And God wants them to return, repent.
他希望希望他们可以回转来悔
God
改。
want them to come to a sense that they were worshiping idols.
神希
They
望他
need to
们
worship God.
神希望他们了解，他们现在正在拜偶像，他们其实应该要来敬拜神。
So he said it may be that they will consider.
所以这里提到，或者他们可以揣摩思想，
Meaning that their brain, their mind is not there. Their brain and mind have been controlled by the devil, by their sin.
就代表他们他们的思想其实被这个魔鬼所控制了。
By the fleshly desire,
他们是有这个属世的这个欲望，
because they choose not to listen.
因为他们选择不要听神的话，
Because they choose to listen to the false, the message given by the false prophet.
因为他们选择去听这个假先知的这个教训。
Look at Jeremiah chapter 28.
我们看耶利米书28章。
Jeremiah chapter 28 verse 1 to 4.
耶利米书28章1到4节。
Jeremiah chapter 28 1 to 4.
耶利米书28 1到4节。
Jeremiah chapter 28 verse 1 to 4. And it happened in the same years at the beginning of the reign of Zedekiah king of Judah, in the 4th year and in the 5th month, that Hananiah the son of Ashur, the prophet who was from Gideon, spoke to me in the house of the Lord in the presence of the priests and all the people, saying, "Thus speak the Lord of hosts, And the God of Israel saying, I have broken the yoke of the king Babylon. Within 2 full years, I will bring back to this place all the vessels of the Lord's house that Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, took away from this place, carried to Babylon. And I will bring back to this place to Jeconiah, the son of Jehoiakim, king of Judah, with all the captive of Judah who went to Babylon, say the Lord, for I will break the yoke of the kings of Babylon. So here there's recorded this account as how this false prophet actually preach another message.
所以我们这里看到这个假先知呢，他其实讲的是另外一个预言的。
And they preach, the false prophet preached that God will brought back the kings of Jehoiakim.
所以他的假的预言是说呢，神要将的犹大王约雅敬来带回到这个地方。
And also that and all the vessel and all the people that's in captivity.
所有被掳到巴比伦都会被带回来。
And don't believe that the message given by Jeremiah that this temple or this place will be destroyed.
所以叫大家不要相信耶利米先知所预言的说这个圣殿会被毁坏。
So can see that why the heart, the mind cannot see, cannot take heed the work, cannot take heed to the work of God.
所以这就是为什么他们这些人没有办法相信神所说的话。
So God has actually loved them so much that you cannot see and you cannot hear, and then he just asked the Ezekiel to demonstrate the thing that will be happen later.
所以，因为神很爱他们，所以神就让就让以西结先知来演示出来，将来会发生在他们身上。
Because at the time that they repent of their sin, it may be perhaps God will relent what He will be doing.
如果他们能够悔改的话，神就可能会后悔，不要这样子对他们了。
Because here said it may be that they will consider, though they are a rebellion house, God still merciful.
因为虽然他们是悖逆之家，但是神还是充满怜悯的。
And verse 4 and 5.
第4到第5节。
And by day they shall bring out your belonging in the sight as though going into captivity, and in the evening shall go in their sight like those go into captivity. Dig through the wall in the sight and carry your belonging out through it. And 6, in their sight you shall bear them on your shoulder, carry them out at twilight. You shall cover your face, so that you cannot see the ground, for I have made you a sign to the house of Israel.
第4节，你要在白日当他们眼前带出你的物件去，好像预备掳去使用的物件。到了晚上，你要在他们眼前亲自出去，像被掳的人出去一样。你要在他们眼中挖通了墙，从其中将物件带出去。到天黑的时候，你要将在他们眼前搭在肩头带出去，不要蒙住脸，看不见地，因为我立你做以色列家的预兆。
So I did as I was commanded. I brought out my belonging by day as though going into captivity, and at even I dug through the wall with my hands. I brought them out at twilight. I bore them on my shoulder in their sight.
第7节，我就按照所吩咐的去行，白日带出我的物件，好像预备掳去使用的物件。到了晚上，我右手挖通了墙，天黑的时候就当他们眼前搭在肩头带出去。
Can you see that how obedient Ezekiel was at the time?
所以我们可以看到，这个以西结先知是很顺服的。
He was the prophet.
他是这个先知。
But he did first believe in the word of God before he could carry out the duty assigned by God.
但是他在行出这个神要他行的预兆之前呢，他必须要自己先相信神话。
Because the task was given by God is not easy.
因为这个神给他的这个任务并不是个很简单的任务。
Here say that you need to bring out your belongings,
他说你必须要把这个物件都带出去，
all your belongings.
是你所有的东西都要
It
带
takes
走。
time.
这其实是需要时间的。
And also that knowing that you need to demonstrate it in the morning and in the evening in their sight.
所以你不管是白天还是晚上，都要来演示这件事情，
In their sight.
要在他们的眼前来表示这件
So
事情。
so you see that God's actually wanted intentionally let the chosen people know that what He intended to do.
所以这是神要让这个被蒙召之人呢来了解他想要做的事情。
You don't listen to my word.
你不相信我说的
You
话，
can't see me now. I demonstrate it to you in front of you.
你看不见我，但是我就让这个先知来演示出来给你看。
So you can't see someone that's so good that God did not give them up.
所以这显示出来，神是没有放弃他们的。
But normally that's when we to be a good person, we try to give the message or try to help them in whatever we can.
当我们有的时候要帮助人的时候，我们会尽量的尽其所能的来给他们
Normally,
讯息。
normally when they don't listen, they reject our offer. We will give up.
通常我们如果想要帮他们的这个人能够接受我们的帮忙的话，我们就放弃了。
But God did not,
但是神并没有放弃我，
and also Ezekiel did not.
所以以西结也没有放弃。
Ezekiel faithfully fulfilled his duty
所以以西结先知呢，就是很忠实的完成他的工作，
because he knew that his people that's actually in the brink of destruction.
因为他知道这些子民呢是已经即将快要毁灭的边缘了。
God did not want to do it,
神并不想要这样做，
but they forced God to do it.
但他们的行为让神不得不这么做。
But sometimes don't forget God is a righteous God.
我们也不要忘记，神是一个很公义的神。
When times come, when it's time for God to judge, God will exercise judgment.
当这个审判的时刻到的时候，神就会施行审判。
For us, we cannot take the grace of God for granted.
所以我们不要把这个神的恩典来当做理所当然的事情。
God still judge us.
神还是会审判我们的。
For that, we return to Him. So that we can return to Him.
所以这样子我们才能够回转向他。
Look at Romans chapter 2.
我们看罗马书第2章。
Romans chapter 2.
罗马书第2章
We look at 3 and 4.
第3、第4节。
3 and 4.
第3、第4节。
And do you think this, O man, you who judge those practicing such things doing the same thing, you will escape the judgment of God? Or do you, despite the riches of His goodness, forbearance and long-suffering, not knowing that the goodness of God lead you to repentance?
第3节，你这人啊，每论断行这样事的人，自己所行的就和别人一样，你以为能够逃脱神的审判吗？4节，还是你藐视他丰富的恩慈、宽容、忍耐，不晓得他的恩慈竟是领你悔改的呢？
So very often they're not in the Old Testament, the chosen people really just took the grace of God for granted.
所以我们可以看到，这个旧约的人常常真的是把神的
At that time, they have the wrong perception that God won't destroy His house.
他们那时候心里面有个错误的想法，是神是不会在他们的家里
Before
毁
that,
坏。
God had made an everlasting covenant with Abraham,
因为这个神他也其实有跟这个亚伯拉罕另约了，
and also promised to David,
他也是来承诺这个大卫，
and also Solomon.
他也跟这个
His name will be with this house, on this house.
他也是有跟这个所罗门王立约，说他的名永远会在他的家中。
But they tend to forget that there's a condition attached,
但是其实大家要忘记了，其实是有条件的，
that they need to keep the commandment of God.
因为他必须要守住神的诫命，
They cannot worship idol.
他们不能敬拜偶像，
They cannot depart this one true God.
他们不能离开这个唯一的真神。
If they depart from this foundation,
如果他们离弃了这个基础，
surely God will judge.
神就会审判他们。
Because there's a limit for His mercy.
因为他的恩慈是有限度的。
Otherwise, God is not a righteous God.
如果没有这样子的话，神就不是公义的神。
God's righteous is manifested in a way that God won't allow sinner go unpunished.
神的公义是显示在这个罪恶没有被审判。
So it was 8.
你看第8节。
8, 9. We look at that now. 8, 9.
第8、第9节。
In the morning, the word of the Lord came to me, saying, Son of man, have not the house of Israel, the rebellion house, said to you, What are you doing? And 10 said to them, Say the Lord God, this burden concerns the prince in Jerusalem, and all the house of Israel who are among them. And 11 say, I am assigned to you as I have done, so shall it be done to them, they shall be carried away into captivity. And 12, and the prince who is among them shall bear this belonging on his shoulder at twilight, and go out. They shall dig through the wall to carry them out through it. And he shall cover his face so that he cannot see the ground with his eyes. And so here there's some the chosen people at the time have seen it and then asked Ezekiel, What are you doing?
所以在第9节里面有提到说，这个以色列家就问他，有看到这件事情，所以问他说你在做什么呢？
They do not understand the action that's taken by Ezekiel.
他们不了解这个以西结的这个行为是什么意思。
It really does. The demonstrations done by Ezekiel arouse their kind of curiosity.
所以这个以西结先知的所作所为呢，就是让他们产生了好奇心。
So that's why he asked Ezekiel, What are you doing?
所以他就问他说你在做什么呢？
It looked like you are doing the silly things.
你在做的事情看起来很愚蠢。
You kind of you move your house and because you bore all the everything on your shoulder and also do all the donkey work because you dig through the wall and so on and so forth.
你做了一些很奇怪的事情，还把所有东西都拿出来，还把这个墙壁挖了一个洞。
Because can you see that when Ezekiel demonstrated, he did not say anything, he just make a demonstration.
因为以西结先知在做这些事情的时候，他并没有解释，他就直接做出来。
So you can see the way that's how God's wake the people up is quite unique.
所以我们可以看到，这个神在提醒以色列人的这个方式是很特别的。
So that's why he asked, What are you doing?
所以以色列人就问他说：“你在做什么呢？”
And then God asked Jeremiah to say, Ezekiel said to them,
所以以西结就跟他们说
Since you asked,
你们既然问
so I'll
了，
make it clear to you.
所以我就用解释给你
I'm
们听，
assigned to you.
因为我是你们的预兆。
As I have done, so shall it be done to you. They shall be carried away into captivity.
我怎样行，你们所遭遇的也必这样，你们会被掳去。
So the message is exactly the same as preached by Jeremiah.
所以这是跟耶利米先知讲的是一样的讯息。
Jeremiah preached that you need to surrender, otherwise the house will be destroyed. Everyone will be, not everyone. Quite a lot of people will be killed, and a lot of people will be captured or will be captive, become captive.
耶利米先知说：“你们必须要投降，不然很多人会被杀，很多人会被掳。”
So the language is quite clear to them.
所以这个预兆是很明显的。
You ask me, I tell you.
你问我的话，我就告诉你。
But since they did not hear.
但是看起来他们是没有听懂。
Spiritually speaking, they choose not to believe.
所以从灵性上面讲，就代表他们选择不要相信这件事情。
Why they choose not to believe?
为什么他们决定不要相信这件事情呢？
Okay, look at 22. We just jump to 22 first.
我们先跳到22节。
22, Son of man, what is this prophet that you people have about the land of Israel, which say the days are prolonged, every region fails.
22节，人子啊，在你们以色列地有这俗语说，日子单于一切异象都落了空呢。
So they don't believe. They believe that the Babylon won't be coming, won't be destroyed.
因为他们觉得
They will live a life as usual as before.
他们觉得他们会相信巴比伦人不会攻打来，他们是过的日子会是一样的。
All the message given by the prophet that will come to nothing.
他们说所有这个先知说的预言呢，通通都不会成真的。
So I see that how a person that cannot believe in God because they have this evil heart.
所以，因为他们有这样子很罪恶的心，所以他们不相信这个先知说的话。
Because they not willing to give up the idol in their hearts.
他们不愿意把他们这个心中的偶像来去除掉。
Because we know that they're worshiping idol.
我们知道他们有在敬拜偶像。
So that's why they have different understanding.
所以他们对这件事情的了解是不一样的。
The same that when we go on preach the gospel to other denominations.
同样的，我们去跟这个别的这个基督教的人来传讲福音的时候
And very often there's on the same chapter or same Bible verse they have different understanding.
常常在同一个经节，我们会有不同的解释方式。
Because they were guided by another power, another source of power.
因为他们其实是被另外一种灵的力量来引导的。
But in this case, in the case of to some people in the book of Ezekiel,
但是在以西结书这边提到的以色列人呢
among them they have kind of thing that you try to give them the false sense of security.
有些人想要给他们一种很错误的安全感。
Oh, the days are prolonged, everything will be all right, and the things mentioned or prophesied will come to nothing.
所以他们有这样的俗语是日子延迟，一切的意象都会落空。
So they prefer to trust the false message.
所以他们选择去听这个假的这个讯息。
Look at 27 again.
看27节。
Son of man, look at the house of Israel and saying, the vision that he see is for many days from now. And he prophesied a time far off.
27节，人子啊，以色列家的人说，他们所见的异象是关乎后来许多的日子，所说的预言是指的极远的时候。
They try to calm their hearts. They try to calm their hearts, the fear in their hearts.
他们其实想要让他们自己这个恐惧的心平静下来。
They try to comfort themselves.
他想要安慰他们自己。
Oh, the message or the vision or about the coming destruction is far away. It won't be happening in our time.
他们觉得这个预言是指以后的事情，不会在我们这个时代发生。
So we should live a life as usual.
我们必须就是照像这样子的方法来过
Don't be
日子，
alarmed.
所以我们不要害怕。
It's the same as today. That's we have told that the second coming of Jesus Christ.
就像是我们现在人家在谈论这个耶稣再临的事情。
We know that's how serious what consequence we will face when we don't believe or follow.
我们知道，如果我们不相信的话，或者我们不跟随神的话，这个后果是很严重的。
But a lot of people that choose to live a normal life as before,
但是很多人，
as an old person, as an old man.
很多人还是想要照他们原本的方式过日子。
They didn't know that the judgment will come upon them swiftly
他们
one
不知道
day.
他们不知道有一天这个审判很快的就会来临了。
We can't always give us this self kind of interpretation or understanding.
我们不能按照我们自己的这个了解来解释这些预言。
Because we don't have when we don't have the inspiration of God, whatever we understand, it's not in line with God.
当我们没有从神那里来亲自启示的时候，我们对这个预言的了解，其实可能跟神的意思不一样。
So So here the princess was referred to the king Zedekiah.
所以这边这边提到这个君王呢，是指这个西
We
底
know
家
that
王。
if we have time, you go back to look at Jeremiah. We mentioned it as well when on that evening that when the wall of Jerusalem was broken through.
这个君王就是在耶利米书有提到，就是这个西底家王那天晚上，这个耶路撒冷的
At that time,
墙
that
破掉了。
the people that welcomed him as the prince, because the king still Jehoiakim still in Babylon.
因为当时这个约雅敬他是在巴比伦的，
The people still welcomed Jehoiakim is the king, the true king of the Judah.
那时候那边的人还是觉得这个约雅敬还是真正的有大王。
And the prince, so here mentioned that the prince that will debate will become very debased. 12. And he bear his belonging on his shoulder. Was 12.
第12节，他们中间的君王，
Bear his belonging.
他们必在天黑的时候将物件搭在肩头。
And that's also about how they were desperate of seeking to escape from the army of Babylonians.
所以就可以看到他们当时这个要逃离巴比伦军队这种很惊慌的状
They
况。
cover their face, maybe disguise themselves,
他们要把脸蒙住，可能是要伪装起来。
or maybe that's a defeat. Actually, it's kind of humiliation, maybe.
也有可能那是一种羞辱他们的象征，
Because it's in the evening, they can't see the ground.
因为这是在晚上，所以他们连地都看不清楚。
Yeah. So, but it cannot escape from the net spread by God.
但是他们其实没有办法躲开这个神的网络。
13.
13节，
So that's why he was captured
所以他就被掳了，
and brought to Babylon.
他们被带到巴比伦去。
And the king of Babylon killed all the noble people and also the prince before his eyes.
所以这个巴比伦王呢，就是把所有的这个贵族啊，还有他的王子都在他眼前杀
And
掉，
also his eyes was gouged out,
而且他后来眼睛也被挖出来，
so he cannot see until he died.
他真的到死都看不见。
So it's a prophecy has been fulfilled.
所以后来这个预言就已经实现了。
So that is something some are teaching. There's more teaching. That's another teaching. That's the main teaching. And the law that we can talk about it.
这
This
个
is recording was 16, and also that was 20, and also was 25.
所以在这个第16节、第20节跟25节都提到，人就知道我是主。
So we don't have time to talk about it, so we have a sound prayer.
我们没有时间再来默祷。
How much?
阿门。
7 time.